Happy Halloween, everyone, and I was going to say have a great night, but I guess have a spooky night. So I'm just going to do Halloween like I normally do, which is, watch some horror films, Pearl, X, Maxine. Great trilogy, Scream, Halloween, Coraline, Paranorman, Wendell and Wild. That's another good, can never go wrong with stop motions. But I was invited to Halloween party, which then made me thinking, what do I go as? Yeah, I could go as one that I did for Supernova, which is Daredevil, but I was like, I can't want to go. I did, to be honest, didn't really think of that before I came up with an idea of who to go as. So yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, I could go as a Smosh character, but no one's gonna really know who I am. And so yeah, they got like Pegging Guy, which I made a TikTok on, which is a character played by Shane, or The Chosen. Then I was like, I have swords, but I wouldn't really want to take them to a party because none of them are blunt or like foam. They're like metal, so I don't really want to take them. And then obviously I have nothing in my wardrobe that could do thing for or like a party suitable because I've got a cloak, but that's way too long. It'd get stepped on. So I was kind of thinking for the time that I had to then when it's happening, I was like, what do I do? Yeah, I'm like, what do I think of? And then I remembered one of my friends is going, and there's a horror film which I was like, oh, he's definitely gonna know. And I was like, it might be good because he was the one that showed me the horror film. And I do actually have a prop from that film that I got at Supernova, which is the Necronomicon. So for people that don't know, my plan is to go as Ash from Evil Dead and use this as a prop. So, without further ado, I'm going to go to the shop. Let's get on with the show, shall we? I am back from the shop, so let's go through what I got. So first up, it might not make sense, but I'll explain later, which is the silver spray paint with the metallic, and then this glove. And then I got two of these shirts, which the reason why I got two is because I'm going to cut one up and like put fake blood. So if it doesn't work, I have this backup shirt. And then I got these pants. Now I actually did get some other pants before finding those. I found those at Targets and these Bunny, which these pants, which I got at Kmart, but then I found those ones and I was like, those are much better. Yeah, I'm gonna get those. Now, while also trying them out, I realized I could probably cosplay as someone else. Yeah, add a few things, which I have. Some of them, I would miss out something, but I could probably cosplay as someone else, which I kind of find funny. I'm actually really happy. I think it's gonna look pretty well, considering most of my other cosplays don't end up the way that I like. But I think this one will probably be the best one that I've made. And yeah, considering the skills that I have in cosplaying, which is none, which is the reason why I buy clothes and I can't because my making skills is -0 or like a -10, let's say that. Yeah. So I've also added a little bit to my costume, which is things I already have, which is this, which he kind of has like a strap, but it's not like a shoulder, like armor, which I've just added. And yeah, the reason why I have these two is because for people that don't know, Ash has I'm like even if you've never seen Ash vs Evil Dead the TV series or Evil Dead, I feel like everyone kind of knows Ash from his iconic look, which is shotgun and then a chainsaw hand. And the reason why he has chainsaw hand is his right hand then gets possessed. He chops it off and then uses a chainsaw as a hand instead. But I don't have a chainsaw. I don't have the prop, and if I wanted it, I would have to go buy it from Melbourne from Pop Culture, which it would then not arrive in time. So I thought I could do two versions, which is him from the first film where he has both of his hands, or I could kind of try out him from Ash vs Evil Dead where he has a robot hand, which is why I have these two, is because I'm going to try and make like a robot hand by spray painting it and see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll just have both hands like normal. But I thought I could try it out, see if it works. But yeah. And then obviously, can't forget, I have my Necronomicon as well. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road and get changed, shall we? Now, before I'll get changed, I'm going to say, this is just going to be a normal version, not modified. I might show like modified throughout and like my little updates and like the spray paint or something else. But for now, I'm just going to go for my normal look and go from there. because I also want to show you what kind of character I think I look like. The pants are a little bit darker than him. Like, it's a little bit darker, but I kind of can see, like, slightly that, like, a character in this costume besides Ash. So, yeah. See if you can guess that character I'm talking about. So I'm going to get changed. Allons-y. And voila, I am back. Here is, yeah, the final look as for my Ash cosplay. Yes. Now, this is the other one I was talking about that I think I could slightly pull off. Yeah, I am missing like one thing, which is like a red handkerchief, but yeah. Ash, then put a hat on, grab my Spinosaurus tooth, use it the claw. I'm Alan Grant. Yeah, I'm Dr. Alan Grant. Yeah, gonna go to Jurassic Park, which I was didn't mean to make, but I'm quite happy to look like an archaeologist, or well, look like Dr. Grant at least, should I say? Which yeah, quite happy about. And then here is my modified t-shirt. Obviously, I've ripped the sleeve off. I haven't put the fake blood on yet. And then, yeah, so my glove, or the right hand glove, is outside, drying out. So I'll, yeah, go to that video, shall we? Now that we've finished the glove, let's move on to the shirt and put some fake blood on it. Here is my Ash costume all finished. Yeah, got some spray blood on my arm and then put my face. Did like a little cut lip that he normally has in like all the photos I was referencing. Obviously, yeah, here's my glove all spray painted. This is what I was going for. Obviously, yeah, not the best. And then I got my Necronomicon. Gonna get drunk and release some deadites. Now, while with the hand, because I don't have the chainsaw, this was my second option, or this was one of my options, or just go with hand. But I also didn't realise I could just go like this. Yeah, go from the second one before he puts the chainsaw and has no arm, or no hand, should I say. But yeah, there is my Ash costume. I think it looks pretty good, and I think it turned out somewhat okay. Yeah, like it's probably the best one I've made out of all my other ones. Probably after that would be my Constantine one. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out and what like I had with little time and what I could find, because normally when it comes to costumes and buying stuff, Perth has absolutely nothing. But I think I did pretty well with stuff that I already had and then stuff that I found. And yeah, put some fake blood on my shirt on the front and then on the back as well. Got like yeah, some stuff and then on the face. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video of my Halloween costume and the making of it. Hope you have a fantastic Halloween and watch some spooky films, because that's what I'm going to do after this. I've got my plans to either watch Maxine, because I think that's that's probably one of my favourite ones. It's part of the Pearl and X, like their trilogy. I kind of prefer Maxine out of all of them. Also got Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween, Scream, Coraline, and obviously Evil Dead. If I'm going to watch Evil Dead, it'd probably be, I don't know. I kind of like Army of Darkness because it's stop motion and all that kind of stuff. But like, yeah, they're all pretty good. Obviously, if you're gonna watch them for the first time, just yeah, if you're gonna watch them for the first time, just be warned. The first one and the second one don't really make sense if you're gonna watch them as a trilogy because it can make sense if you go from the first, like the re-ending of Evil Dead, where Ash just gets thrown into a tree and becomes a deadite, but then yeah, then turns back to human, and then go to Evil Dead 2. But if you're gonna watch Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead and then Evil Dead 2, just be aware it won't make sense. Yeah. Also, Ash is kind of like a background character, really. In the first film, he's kind of like scared of everything, and then yeah, the second film, he is the main character. But I digress. Yeah, I won't get too distracted. I will say, yeah, have a happy Halloween. Until then, see you next time.